Notes 4C. Linear regression. Objective. I can use technology to find the line of best fit and use it to make predictions. Essential question. How do I find a linear equation given data on a TI Inspire? While you're taking these notes, I expect you to join the Pear Deck, contribute to the slides, watch this video, fill out your foldable, and ask questions as needed. On this slide, go ahead and draw a school-appropriate picture and show your peers. Become familiar with these two vocabulary words: coefficient, the quantity of a variable, and slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. Let's practice plugging in coefficients. Y equals mx plus b. Well, it looks like the results here, the slope is 14.2. So let's put 14.2. 14 plus 0.2x plus b, which is 0.5. Okay, we're going to make some predictions now. Predict y when x equals 3. So we're going to evaluate. So y equals 14.2 times 3 plus 0.5. So 43.1. Okay, now predict x when y equals 3. This way you're going to solve. So we have 3 equals 14.2 x plus 0.5. Subtract the 0.5 from each side. Divide each side by 14.2. And that is about 0.176. You could also use the calculator to evaluate and solve these. To evaluate, you just plug in the expression into the calculator, parentheses and all. And then for solving, you can use InSolve, which is calculate menu 3-1. Let's go over those two methods. So we'll go to the calculator. For evaluate, let's go ahead and type in our numbers. 14.2 parentheses 3 plus 0.5. Enter. And you get 43.1. Okay, now let's do the prediction for solving. So we go to menu, 3 algebra, 1 numerical solve. You do 3 equals 14.2x plus 0.5 and then comma x. Enter. And then you get the other result there. Okay, now you do this one. Practice plugging in the coefficients. Drag the icons on where each number should go. Finding linear regression. Here's how you find the linear regression on the TI Inspire. You go Veneer Data Quest, click the green beaker on the home screen. Copy the X and Y data onto the table, click this one. Click the graph button to graph the points. You must do that before you press menu or it's going to be grayed out. Press menu for analyze 6 curve fit. And then for linear regression, you would choose 1 for linear. They may also ask you for quadratic or exponential. Enter and get those coefficients. Write your equation given the found coefficients. Now, if there's already data in the table, you will clear it. So to clear it, you press Control W, no, and then enter. And then you'll have a clean data table to put those numbers in. Okay, so let's look at this example right here. Human age in years, we're going to call that X, and then human height in inches, we're going to call that Y. So let's go ahead and put this data into the calculator. So click the beaker, click the table. There's stuff already there, so let's clear it out. Control W, no. Okay, click the green beaker again, click the table, and then input your data. Okay, so now we have our data here on the table. Click the graph button, and then press menu, 4 analyze, 6 curve fit, 1 linear. And then we get our numbers, our correlation coefficient, our slope, and our y-intercept. Let's go ahead and write those on our paper. So we've written those down. Our correlation coefficient is 0.977. That is a strong positive. Our slope is 3.54. That's the growth rate in inches per year. And then 26.13, that is the height at birth. Although that's not the actual height at birth, this would be the predicted height at birth. On line of best fit. So the linear equation y equals mx plus b, so it would be y equals 3.54x plus 26.13. Using this equation, predict the height when a half a year old. So for this, x is going to equal 0.5. So we will evaluate. So we go ahead and put that in the calculator. So it'll be about 27.9 inches. Okay, now it says 13 years old, so we're going to do the same thing, except for now, instead of putting 0.5, we're going to put 13. So you could just click up and highlight what you had originally, press enter, and now you can edit what you've already inputted. So you don't have to input the whole thing again. 72.15. 18 months old. That's going to be 1.5 for X. So go up, highlight it, press enter, and then change that 13 to 1.5. So 31.44. And how about 30 years old? $132.33. That's about 11 feet tall. Now, why would this not be reasonable? People stop growing. They stop growing after puberty. How many months old would this person be when they are 36 inches tall? So this one we're going to solve with y equals 36. So we'll go to menu, 3 algebra, 1 numerical solve, and type this into the equation. So 36 equals 3.54x plus 26.13 comma x. And then press enter. Okay, it looks like they'll be about 2.79 years old. So on this one, we'd have a restricted domain. The domain would be probably reasonably from 0 to like 15. The upper limit, again, just depends on that specific person. So in this situation, if they go outside of the domain, it will be less reasonable, especially if it was like something like 30 years old. Maybe 13 years old, that would be more reasonable. Before we go on to the you do slide, let's also go over how to do this on Desmos. So you want to go to desmos.com/calculator. And then you want to press plus table, input the data, and then type in y1 tilde mx1 plus b. So let's go ahead and do that. So press the plus button, click table, and then type in your values. Okay, after we've typed in all of our values, click the box underneath the table and then type in y1 tilde mx1 plus b. And then you get those values. You get your correlation coefficient r, your slope m, and your y part of the y-intercept b. Okay, now you try one. You can use either the TI Inspire or Desmos to complete this example. You do cat age in weeks and cat length in inches. By the way, this data was taken from my height for the human age in years, the human height in inches, and then from the cats that have for cat age in weeks and cat length in inches. How do you feel about today's topic? Drag the icon over which one you feel the most about. Do you not know much about this yet? Is it getting familiar? Do you know it? Can you explain it to others? And then go ahead and type your summary. How do I find a linear equation given data on a TI Inspire? Use the helper words of the word bank in your writing. Use some of these words where you're typing your summary.